Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Just Mitchell. Hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to stay positive when life feels unfair. Now, I want to start off this video by addressing the elephant in the room, and that's life in general, okay? Life isn't fair. Life is very painful. But what's cool about life is it gets easier over time because these painful experiences that you're going to go through, there's no other way around it. You have to at some point. That's going to be the catalyst for you to go out and become a better person, so that way you don't have to experience that pain again. Now, there's a quote from one of my somebody that I know in the marketing scene from a long time ago. Life isn't fair to average people. Okay, so what I mean by that is, like, if you're working a 9-to-5 job and your boss is overworking you, expecting so much from you, but not paying you what you're actually worth, more than likely you're not in a position where you can just tell him to piss off and leave that job and then go find a better one. More than likely you're going to need to work that job because that's your only source of income. Now, if you work for yourself like I do, you have the ability to charge as much as you want and make as much as you want. So that way you don't have to, if you have clients that are treating you bad, and you know that you can go out and find other clients who are going to pay you just as much and treat you better, and you have the money to last you 6-7 months or whatever to do that, you can fire those clients and not have to worry about that and go out and find new clients. So, how to stay positive when life feels unfair. So the first things first is, typically, like I said, life's very painful. You need to reframe the way that you look at things. Now, a lot of this is going to come down to your mindset, how you view the world, and I want to add like some spiritualistic stuff in there, right? Like just trusting the process and knowing that as long as you keep going out there and putting yourself into the world, the universe is eventually going to give you what it is that you're looking for, okay? And so let's start off by, let's talk about that, like how to reframe situations. Now, I think the easiest way to do this is, no matter how bad something hurts, whether it went your way or if it didn't go your way, more than likely God or the universe or whatever you believe in put that person or made that event happen in your life for a very specific reason at that very specific point in time. So when you're experiencing a setback, or if life's just hard on you right now, you need to be thankful for whatever experience that you just had, even if it hurts. You need to be thankful that happened, because that happened for a reason. And if it's painful enough, then that's going to cause you to go out of your way to do something to avoid that pain. People will do more to avoid pain than they will to experience pleasure. So every single setback that you have in your life, you need to look at it from an optimistic point of view and say, you know what? This fucking sucks. I'm going through hell right now. But what can I do right now to come out on the other side so this doesn't happen to me again? If your first business fails, look at the actions that you took and then don't take those. Start the next business and don't do what you did that didn't work. If you're in relationships and you typically find yourself in failed relationships where you are the person getting broken up with, you need to sit down, reflect on your behavior, or if your partner told you why he or she was breaking up with you, then you need to go out and work on that, okay? If it's very clear, like if you're seeing a pattern happen over and over and over again, well, more than likely there's a reason why that pattern's happening. So your life's unfair at the moment because of something that you're probably doing. That's another thing I want to point out. Everything that happens to you in your life, you need to take 100% accountability for. Do not be that person that lets their ego get in their way, even when it's very obvious that you're the person that messed up. Okay? I can tell you from experience that when I accept accountability for everything, people will tend to treat me much better. They will respect me, especially if I'm in the wrong and I'm apologizing for it. Let me turn my fan on. They'll respect me more if I apologize for it. Not only that, when you accept accountability for everything, that's going to allow you to self-reflect on your past behavior and your actions, and then you can decide on if it's worth fixing or improving that or not, depending on what happened, okay? So then, Another way is, staying positive when life feels unfair. So if your mindset is very negative all the time, like if you're a very negative person, it's going to be very hard to be thankful for something that happened in your life. I have been around people, mainly in the past. There was this girl I was talking to, but we've all been around people in general, whether it's someone you're talking to, dating, or you're friends with, that are typically like angry or upset like 24/7. They're always bitching or complaining about something, and those are what I like to call energy vampires. Now, if you're the type of person that enjoys being miserable, these types of people are probably great for you. Let me check if this is still on, right? They're probably great for you to be around. Not in my case. I want to be very positive, very optimistic, very happy, because in that case, if I'm around happy people, I'm going to be around happy and healthier people. My life's typically going to be much better because I'm filling it with enjoyment and less pessimistic, tendencies or behaviors, whatever that's called, okay? So if you're negative, then we need to find a way to change that. So if you can then practice like being grateful for something, even if nothing, even if nothing in your life seems like it's going the way that you want to, you can say something like, you know what, I'm really thankful that God gave me another day to wake up on this earth so I can go out and live my life and hopefully just do whatever it is that I want to do. I'm thankful that I live in the United States, in a country where I can become whoever it is that I want to become as long as my actions over time match up to be that. I'm thankful that the vet gave my dog anti-inflammatory medications to help with his paw right now, right? Because my dog is kind of injured. So as I tried to show you right there, there is always a reason for you to be happy about something, be grateful about something. You can't be negative about something if you're grateful for it. So if you can appreciate what you have in life, even if you're not where you want to be, that's gonna eventually lead to like, hey, you know what, maybe life ain't so bad. You know what, I'm experiencing a setback right now, but look, all these things that I'm grateful for. All of these good things are happening right now, despite this one shit show that I can be happy about. And I can keep going that direction and keep being happy about stuff and keep improving on my life. So that way it eventually turns out to be the life that I want to live. That's the mindset shift that you're going to start having. You see how I just kind of said that out loud? Now, look at some other stuff, okay? So I already said, mindset's going to be the hardest part. And so obviously, like when you're upset, when you're depressed, so in those moments where life just really sucks and it really hurts, so if you lose a job, if you get broken up with, if you wake up in ice, because I was hit by a drunk driver, so I'm in a wheelchair. When you're in situations where you're at like rock bottom, or your current reality just gets stripped away from you, so that could be from my injury or from a breakup, the first thing that I want to, the first thing I'm gonna recommend is every human experiences loss, so that there's a grieving process that everyone goes through. So if you're losing something, if your life sucks right now or feels unfair because you were broken up with, you were hit by a drunk driver, your boss fired you, anything that's out of your control that you're losing, okay, you're going to go through a grieving process. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end, more so with like relationships, for example. The first thing I want to say is the only way that you're going to start becoming optimistic about things over time is you're going to have to allow yourself to feel that pain and that anger and that sadness from that event that occurred in your life. If you're somebody that would rather push their feelings away, push their emotions down, and then do everything you can to try to avoid thinking about that, I can promise you at some point in time, those emotions will come back and they're going to hurt much more because you're not allowing yourself to experience them. So these types of people that do that, they typically, they don't process or get over like past traumas or experiences. So if you're dating somebody that does this, well, they might be thinking about their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend all the fucking time because they're not allowing themselves to heal from that trauma or that event that happened. All right? And so the only way that you're going to start turning life around, these people are typically like depressed and stressed all the time. So if you are somebody that does not want to be stressed or depressed all the time, you have to understand that if that's happening to you, that's probably because there are past experiences that you're not recovering from because you're choosing not to allow your body to process that. And it's not fun. It's uncomfortable. If you need to go to therapy to have somebody help you experience your emotions, then go and do it, man. Otherwise, your life's going to keep feeling unfair, and it's probably going to get worse over time because you're not doing anything to make it better. You're not going to have the energy. You're not going to be in the mood to make it better. You're not going to want to. You're going to continue living in this pessimistic mindset of like, fuck, this happened, things are just going to keep getting worse. And the more you push feelings away, the less, I mean, you can't recover from that. You can see what I'm going with here, right? So again, staying positive when life feels unfair. You have to, the mindset you got to adopt is you got to be able to turn around these experiences into like positive ones. And I know that's easier said than done. But I can tell you right now, if you just say out loud, like, you know what, I'm thankful to, like, that sucked, but you got to be thankful for it. You got to allow yourself to feel that hurt that you're going to get from that experience. And then if you can reframe it and thinking, you know what, this happened, but what can I do to improve myself moving forward so that way if I'm ever in this situation again, that negative outcome is not going to happen. And so when you typically work on improving yourself, you'll notice when you start improving your life, when you start reading books or watching videos or listening to audio programs or taking courses, when you start improving your life, you are naturally going to start feeling better because of that confidence that you're going to start building over time because you're trying to improve your life. Whether that's going out and dating a newer, fresher, better partner, or getting a job that pays you more, or maybe a hurricane, like we're about to have a hurricane right now in Florida, like a big one coming right now, and maybe the hurricane tears your house down and then you're homeless for like 4 months, but then you might end up, the insurance might come around, something happens, you get an even bigger and better house. Okay? Remember, life's not fair, man. So life's always going to feel unfair. There's never going to be a time, no matter how good it might seem, where you could be like, shit, everything in my life is the best it can be right now. There's always going to be something that's going to happen or occur or come up that's going to change the trajectory of your life at some point, and you're going to experience setbacks, but life's not fair. Life is filled with pain, and the more you can learn from that pain, remember, we will do more to avoid pain than to experience pleasure. So when you start improving on yourself, you're doing that to avoid pain. Your life is going to start feeling less unfair over time. But you're not going to get there if you continue living in a miserable and depressed state. So you have to adopt that now. To adopt that mindset, you need to start, don't watch motivational videos. Start consuming content around the area that you're trying to improve on, so that way whatever happened doesn't happen again. I can promise you right now, okay, watching motivational videos every day isn't going to fucking help you. But going out and improving on or learning a new skill so that that bad experience doesn't happen again, that will make you feel better. So if you got broken up with, you need to go out and study how attraction between men and women work, and then you're going to start slowly going out and feeling good enough to go and meet other people, and then eventually down the road you're going to date somebody that's probably going to be much better than your last partner. That's the natural flow of things, and that's going to happen when you start consuming content to fix the problem that caused that setback to begin with. That's the fucking key right there. Don't ever let people say that you need to go and watch motivational videos to feel better. No, you need to go and work on the thing that caused that problem to begin with, and that means taking 100% accountability, even if it's not your fault. You need to find something that you can improve on, and that is going to eventually make you feel better when you start working on that skill. I promise you, man. I do this every single time something bad happens to me. So that's going to be the video. If you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. And with that being said, guys, I'll talk to you soon.